Hey, good evening and welcome to 3-in-1 on our midweek. I hope you have been enjoying our sermon series on Come Follow Me. Both Pastor Jeff and I are hoping that through this series that you're challenging yourself to see yourself beyond either just someone who maybe is thinking about church or attending church, or maybe you're actually a member of church, but really seeking to be a disciple. You know, as we've discussed in the past, that we look at John Wesley not just because he's the founder of Methodism, but he is a great resource on how to move a church, the Anglican church, from just doing church to being a disciple of Jesus Christ. So we've discussed this, that Wesley says that discipleship is this simple. He says it's this simple. He says it is to grow closer in our faith walk with Jesus. See, in no way did Wesley say that our means of grace, or the good deeds, the doing stuff thing, was our means to salvation. The means of grace are in response to the justifying grace or the saving grace of Jesus Christ. Author Andrew Thompson wrote, he said, "My family was always active in our church when I was growing up. I went to Sunday school. I attended worship every week. I learned stories from the Bible. I heard sermons about God's love. I also remember being taught about faith, which was believing that Jesus Christ is the Son of God and Savior of the world. But discipleship, I'm not sure we ever went in depth on that." Now, I'll speak for myself, but I dare say that there are many of you who are watching or will watch that you can resonate with that idea or that statement. I dare say that many of us, we grew up in a church where we were taught to believe, or we were taught to do good deeds, but we never connected them as means of grace growing out of justifying grace. I often tease that, I don't tease, I even worry a little that my wife came from a faith, a tradition where you were almost pushed at an early age into saying, Jesus is my Savior and I need to be baptized. Whereas I grew up in a church maybe that spent more time in teaching me church. And I actually say, to my knowledge, no one ever asked me if I was saved. See, acts of grace, means of grace, that's what we're talking about. To be a disciple, the salvation occurs, but then what do you do with it and how do you grow in it? Because all of us want to stay in that good place. So tonight I want you to learn that discipleship isn't just about doing the right thing out of a sense of duty and obligation. Instead, it's about loving the Lord, who is our God, and loving your neighbor. See, we want to stop at just, I love my neighbor, I care about others. No. Loving the Lord your God is first. And if you get those things right, and you get them in order, you get them in the right order, that you must go through the justifying grace. You must accept Jesus as your Savior, and then you must grow that relationship. There's an old statement, I don't know who gets credit for it, but it says, Jesus Christ loves you the way you are. That's a fact. He does. 2, Jesus Christ loves you so much that he refuses to leave you the way you are. See, we want to leave that second one out. We don't want to grow in discipleship. We don't want to do things. We don't want to be changed or transformed, as we talked about on Pentecost. So for this week, I want you to change something. I want you to change something in your life. Some act of grace. Join one of our 2 Bible studies. Serve our 2 grieving families that we have in our church. Share what Jesus has done in your life with somebody else. Yes, I know it's hard. Of course it's hard. But share that. Join us in corporate in our worship. Come be with other Christians and bring a friend. When our churches are filled with disciples and not members, we will be vital. We'll be vital as a church, and we'll be vital in our community, and the world will be changed for Jesus Christ. I hope this week to see you in Bible study, midweek, in person, in ministry and mission, somewhere. Looking forward to it. See you next time.